So it took me about 2 weeks to come off of 4 hours of basic interrogation. Now, these people pretend to not know what is going on in my life. They act so clueless. And part of it is that, no, you weren't around, bruh. You weren't here to be grandparents. You actively, like, sidestepped that shit. And so, like, is it, like, this big giant mystery every time that, like, you show up and, like, you want to ask me literally, like, for, like, it just gets... It's really to where I allow it. Once a year, I allow these people to come in and trash my mood. And sometimes I let it roll off my back, and sometimes when I really sadly expected to be properly celebrated in any way, shape, or form. I mean, going to Cracker Barrel and having rainbow trout is real nice. By the way, try it out. But actively trying to make me feel like shit, and then smiling when the mask slips, when my effervescent mask slips, when I can't maintain the visage of being happy, because the apartment had literally flooded that morning. And so all the furniture, like, I had like this pretty apartment, and then like the apartment flooded and I had to relocate everything, which is a small place, so there wasn't, you know, many places, and it still needed to dry out. And they show up amazingly on time ish, not usually the 2 hours that they are, but like only 20 minutes late, you know, into it, which is basically on time for them. And the place is a wreck, and of course they take that as an opportunity to talk down to me. And it's always the same thing. Well, where were you living here? And who were you dating again? Oh, that didn't work out, did it? Oh, you're not sleeping in the living room anymore. Oh, no, that changed like 3 years ago. And you've been here, that meant, you know, at least once a year to look at this place. And just making sure that the pain is brought through. That's why I don't do talk therapy, because it just goes nowhere. And this woman used to just use it like, well, you've been here and you've been there and all this stuff. And finally, like, the reactive abuse kicks in, where I'm like, look, I had an entire child during the time period that you are like somehow just can't remember. Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah, I had a whole fucking baby in that time period. And at first, and yeah, you know, it gets me. But, like, it's a technique. It's to make sure that I felt as small as humanly possible. Like I was insignificant for that to be remembered. And I'm going to say, shame on me for breaking my no contact. That was the happiest 5 years of my life, even with the entire city being shut down and boarded up, and stormtroopers literally coming through my neighborhood. You know, it still was infinitely more peaceful than this woman being able to trot in. And basically, like, that's why I don't let them come in on my birthday itself, because she's always got to trash my mood, you know? So, yeah, I'm solving it. It's been 2 weeks, by the way. I'm trying to kick it out with some apple cupcakes because I'm out of eggs and I got to go over to the store and I wanted some cupcakes for goddamn breakfast, and I had one egg, and so we make cupcakes. So fine, there you go. I got egg. I had applesauce. I had the cake mix. They're fluffy. Look at that. Beautiful bubbles up in there. Don't let them talk you into. This is as much for me too. Don't let them talk into being mean to yourself. Don't let it do it. Don't let them do it. Don't let it happen. Once their little evil voices get in your head, again, oh, it's hard to get out. And we all deserve a lot better than that.